Welcome everyone to the Watchlist, your virtual weekly TV guide right here in the Latiners Network, where they go over all the shows, documentaries, films released on streaming over the past week, give you best recommendations or non-recommendations as the case may be, and of course at the end of the show letting you know what's coming out next week so you too can create your very own watch list. Joining us as always is Senor Jaime, aka Chewy. What it is, what it was, what it shall be.
What it shall be is 11 days to go, baby. Let's go.
11
Vamos.
days for the OTAs to really start kicking in.
Stupid old teenagers.
Football, soccer, however you want to say football. Yes, right. World Cup coming to the U.S. Very excited. A lot of people are sure very excited. Sure, you ready for the disappointment of Colombia, which is
Stop it. No. Go put on
inevitability.
Portugal jersey now. Switch sides
Yeah.
because you are such a lame fan, dude. I swear to God.
Hope for the best, expect the worst.
Oh, my God.
As much of the shows we watch on a
Yeah,
weekly basis, we want it to be
maybe.
great. It ain't always the case for sure. But we're excited, of course. June 11th will be the beginning of a month of great stuff to watch on TV and sprinkling a couple of shows here and there. World Cup will dominate as it should, as it always does
God
every
damn
four
right.
years.
Yeah.
But until that point, we still got a couple weeks left, so still plenty to watch. So let's get into it, Chewy. We'll start with, we'll spend too much time with this because this is one of those, deep runs here. Season 9 of Rick and Morty. If you haven't watching it, you probably ain't going to watch it. If you're a big fan, you're probably watching it now. And what else can you say? We know what to expect. One
I'm,
episode
I'm, I'm
dropped.
rewatching it. I started from
With
season
Chewy's
one.
rewatches going back. But no, listen, it's you get what you expect out of the show. It's just really well written. I was taking a dip the last few years. I still really enjoy it. And this first episode is really good as well. Of course, the shenanigans that ensue in the show. But yeah, I'm a fan. I continue to be a fan. There's no reason not to continue to watch the show at the end of the day, Chewy.
No, man. I mean, this first episode, kind of gave me the back of peak Rick and Morty vibes, right? Bringing back evil Rick, evil Morty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, not yet, but it had that humor, it had the dialogue, it had all the stuff that we love so much. Especially when we're talking about the connectivity issues, right? Or episodes where
Right.
there's progression and this more serialized stuff that they throw in every season, an advance that continue the story, and then you get that development. But I mean, great start. Looking forward to the rest of the season.
Yeah, exactly. It's consistent, if nothing else. So yeah, of course, if you're watching it, you should continue to watch it. Obviously.
Absolutely.
Next one, quick documentary. Memorial Day passed recently. So documentary dropped on World War II. Of course, narrated by the great Tom Hanks, the legendary Tom Hanks. This documentary, like many others, I don't think this was anything special. It was fine. You've seen one, you've seen a lot. If I guess you're a big buff
And
or
there's been a lot. I
there's
mean,
been a
even
lot.
Netflix
There's
has a fair
been
amount of these. Yeah,
yeah, tons of these throughout the years. World War II was like 80 years ago for Christ's sake. Of course, there's been tons of these. And listen, if you're a history fan, this is for you. You had an interest in learning more about World War II and the happenings and outs. Sure. I mean, what else can you say about something like this? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, in our Memorial Day, yeah, this is one that I guess worth a watch if you're a big buff of history. Chewy.
yeah. No, I would agree 100%. It's done well, and obviously narrated well. Pacing is good. I think they dropped 3 episodes. There's a few we were dropping off this week and then the week after. But overall, I mean, it's a entertaining and enjoyable watch to from a history perspective. Anyway, right? It's not an action movie, not in
Well,
that sense.
yeah, no,
It's
exactly.
not a what's your favorite producer that you hate so much? It's not a Jerry Bruckheimer production.
Jeff Bruckheimer. Jeff Bruckheimer. Well, he's probably better than Kathleen Kennedy these days.
Well, this
Um,
is true. This is true.
it's a fair statement to say.
Speaking
Uh,
of which, I did see Grogu last weekend, and
it's fine.
I mean, well,
I mean, whatever.
they should have stuck with the show. I'll leave it
Oh,
at that.
100%.
They
I mean,
they
it's not.
should have
It's
they
yeah.
whoever made the decision, Kathleen Kennedy, to make it into a movie. Boy,
Yeah.
what egg on your face, dude. Not,
Yeah. I mean,
look. It's not a bad movie. I mean,
it's not. It's not
but
unwatchable. It's not
it's
bad. Yeah.
basically it's a whole season condensed into an hour and a half, 2 hour
Two
movie.
hours, 2.5 hours, or
That's this
whatever.
exact. I
So
mean, so I love it as a show, but as a movie, I'm like watching one episode of The
yeah,
Mandalorian,
it's yeah for
and
sure. 100.
it
Because
it, it
this
yeah,
is watching Disney Plus at the end of the day,
yes,
not in the
yeah,
theater. It's just what it boils down to, right? I guess it's not
yeah.
even hate it, but it's not good. It's just Typical
It's not a
Star Wars
movie.
these days.
It's not a
It's
movie.
not a movie.
It's not. I was literally sitting there watching. I'm watching an episode of The
That's
Mandalorian, which I
exactly.
love, and they should have kept it as a because this was originally I think Favreau even said their plans was to do a season 3, 4. I lost track.
Yeah,
Um,
four, four.
yeah, and someone, Captain Kennedy, let down. She's in charge. She gets the egg on her face. Bad. Look, just push her out already, man. She's not
No,
making.
what she's out. So she's done. That was already announced. So she is done. She's
Yeah,
out, and Filoni's in, which is not much better.
yeah.
But whatever. But that said, actually, real quick, I did forget you mentioned it before earlier, but there is an in memoriam.
Ah,
A sad passing. It did hit my mind right now. A very sad passing of one, of course. Yet another life of Chewie, who's another year older. So we say adieu to his prior year and welcome in his new year of his life. So there you go. That'll be later. Happy birthday to Chewie. So
oh,
try to
thank you,
throw
sir.
it in
Thank
there.
you. I appreciate it.
Let's get
I
back
have
to
been renewed for another season.
another season. It hasn't been canceled yet, so that's always a good thing, right? If you listen to Chewie now, you must continue watching Chewie right now.
There you go.
With that said, let's continue with what came out. Netflix released the second season of Good Girls Guide to Murder. I guess popular book series, right? Emma Meyer is starring this.
I believe so. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Wednesday's roommate. She's a young girl who gets solves a mystery in the first season of someone got killed, and she dug deep to solve the crime. Season 2 picking up shortly after, dealing with the aftermath, after effects
Yeah.
of what she went
Yeah. She got a
through.
podcast going. There's obviously a
Yeah,
trial with the guy
one of the guys
accused.
who
One of the guys. Yes.
accused, not instead with a murder, but
No, no,
someone
no, no. But with
situations.
I think a rape. Or, I mean, it's
Yeah,
obviously so related. But
yeah, it's all tied
yeah.
in, and someone went missing, so now she's back in the trails, investigating all that and dealing with juggling it out of balls and stuff in terms of what she's dealing with and PTSD of it all, kind of, and the family and the trial and the guy missing. This I like the first season. It was fine, decent for what it was, a little YA-ish, not to the extreme. But this one again, it's fine. On par, I guess, with the first season. I mean, she's a good character. The mystery's okay. It's good, and kind of meanders around a little bit, but if you like the first season, you'll probably dig this one too. Chewy.
No, I agree 100%. It's okay. I mean, I to say it's okay. I mean, it's a little bit better than just okay, but it's not
It's
like
fine. It's fine.
it's not
It's decent.
must watch TV, right?
No.
It's interesting to watch. It's entertaining, right? You got to kind of pay attention because there's a lot of moving parts. And you start getting on your phone, you start losing, how she's uncovering the mystery, and because they say it's at the end of the day, this is a mystery show, right? I mean, she's trying to uncover the clues and solve the case, right? So sort of, but it's not a Nancy Drew type show. So I'm
Yeah,
not trying to paint it
exactly.
as something you can Hardy Boys right back in going deep cut now.
Jesus.
How about Scooby Doo and the Mystery Gang? Those
Good
damn
Lord.
kids.
Hey, you Scooby Doo's a thing from acceptable reference here. I
Yeah.
don't know about Hardy Boys, goddamn.
Yeah,
Uh,
but still worth the watch, and like I said, it's done well, and it's not
yeah.
dumbed down
No, it's
for the
not.
audience,
It's
which
not.
I
Yeah,
appreciate.
yeah. It's definitely it's you need to pay attention to follow, right? So that's a good thing for the most part.
Yeah,
This next one, I totally forgot about this one. I had a busy week, Friday anyway, with graduation and stuff. So not around. I couldn't get a chance to watch this. And that's the Brazil 70. Of
hmm
course, a series focusing on the Brazil team on their road to the third World Cup.
hmm
I think Pele's last, maybe. Am I right?
Yes,
I don't
that
know.
is correct. Yeah.
Of course, one of the all-time greats. I didn't get a chance to start this one. Chewy, did you? And what did you think about this one?
Yeah, it's a 5 episode, I guess, docudrama, right? And yeah, as you said, this is about their third star, Mexico, 1970. It's done well, actually. I enjoyed it. I'm watching it in Portuguese and kind of, reading the subtitles. Again, Portuguese is so close to Spanish, and there's enough overlap that
Closer.
I can, even without reading, I can kind of understand most of what they're saying, right? Not every conversation, but there's certain words that you hear and you recognize the Spanish. And it's like, okay, that's what they're talking about. That's what they're saying, right?
Right.
And then obviously, since it's in Mexico, there's a fair amount of Spanish mixed in anyway, right? So
Makes
you
sense.
can get, but no, it's done well, man. It's fairly entertaining, right? Obviously it's very focused. right, on just the one team, this one event, but there's enough drama there to keep it entertaining. And obviously, you know the result, but you kind of watching this for entertainment value, right? Of what
Of
happened
course.
behind the scenes and what was the infighting that's going on to achieve that third title. So,
Yeah,
yes.
like I said, this is the second one. We got another one coming up, all soccer focused. Obviously, they're ramping up for
Well, yeah, that
the
was, yeah,
hype of the
that's
World Cup
Mexico
coming up.
'86. So
Yeah,
that was in the
yeah,
act putting together
hmm
the World Cup with Diego Luna
yeah. It's coming
in
up this week, and yeah,
1986,
we had the
post
hot. Yeah,
the earthquake, right? The major earthquake they
yeah,
had.
yeah.
Was it '85? Yeah, I think it was '85.
We had a Hamas before the week before that. So like I said, there's three things coming out all
Well,
related to
yeah,
soccer. So
they're
if you're
throwing
a
all the
soccer
soccer stuff
fan,
now to
yeah,
keep the interest, right? Yeah.
this is your time, right? Your time to shine. Next one, we'll stick with Netflix, and we have the Four Seasons coming back for its second season. This one here, of course, a group of friends, couples who get together every season for some kind of holiday vacation to share their troubles, issues, marital or otherwise. And this one, second season now with Steve Carell was killed off at the end of the first one. Now they're dealing with the aftermath of that, and them just continuing their lives and making big changes here. Tina Fey's in this one. One of the major, I forgot her husband, who's pretty funny. But yeah, so Chewy, your thoughts on season two here?
I was unsure at first because you kill off Steve Carell. All right, you can't kill off the rooster and not have an impact.
No argument
But
there.
Gru, if you know him as Gru, you can't kill off Gru
No
and expect the minions
argument
to be the same.
there.
That
Michael
being
Scott lives
said,
on.
yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised that this is has been so far just as funny in without Steve, right? The that opened a door to more hijinks and shenanigans with these friends and what's going on, and which I appreciate, right? So it didn't rely on just the name, the marquee name to keep it alive, right? It wasn't a bait and switch type situation, and it's good, man. It's like I said, it's relatable, it's down to earth, it's honest, and the subject matter and the relationships and some of the things that they tackle, and you will enjoy it. I mean, season one was damn good, and this is just as good.
Yeah, I agree. Will Forte is the husband. Tina
Will
Fey's husband.
Forte, yeah, which
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of in memoriam, right? He passed away at the boys. We saw him.
Well, that's true. He's one of yeah, he was. But
Yeah.
he filmed this before the boys episode, obviously. Um, Coleman Domingo is the other guy who's really good. There's
Yes,
a lot of
yes.
things here and there. Listen, yeah, it's a good show, man. It's a funny show. They tackle a lot of subjects I think a lot of people can relate to. Marriage, kids, etc. Jobs, all that. Yeah, so it's well done. Like how it started. We obviously still kind of following the footsteps of the first season with Steve Carell, what they're trying to do with trying to get past that and his ashes and etc. etc. It's good, man. I've seen that thing halfway through, so I'm really enjoying it. There's a quick appearance by I think next episode I'm going to watch is going to be focused on Steve Carell, so he does come back on this one.
Oh, okay, good. So a little
Yeah,
flashback. Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
exactly. So I'm looking forward to that. So that good show for sure. Actually, good. It's 25 minutes, easy watch for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Again
Easy
on
watch.
Netflix, everything.
Enjoy easy and enjoyable watch.
Correct, absolutely. It's again 8 episodes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Both of them.
and like you say, it kind of make you laugh, and it does. And
It does.
so
It's
if it
funny.
makes you
It's
laugh,
enjoyable.
it hits.
100%. Next one. This one we're excited about. I was definitely excited about. Spider Noir on Prime, and I guess MGM, right? Dropping a couple of days early. I thought this was going to be a 2 episode release, and I guess clearly I was wrong. All the
Yeah.
8 episodes drop via color or black and white. This one here, of course, is based on one of the Spider-Man characters in the comic books, Nicolas
Again,
Cage.
the Spider Verse, right? We got
Spider Verse. So
Penny
Spider Verse.
Parker
Yeah.
and what's her name, Gwen Stacy, in various iterations of Spider Man. So this is just one to the collection, right?
Right,
Spider
it's just
Noir.
another one. It was a comic, so then you just make this up. Nicolas Cage, the national treasure that he is, pun intended, was playing the Spider-Man role. He is, it's cool. Actually, there's no origin story here, which I like, but he is a detective, a gumshoe, if you will. This takes place in the I don't know, 40s, 50s, 30s, I don't know, whatever.
Yes.
I'm not sure that was established, but yeah, whatever. He just kind of gave up being the web slinger at the time. Something happened to him. He's just a regular guy, but he's kind of forced back in. His other, I can say, those of unnatural powers start to emerge, and there's like the main kind of mafia guy, whatever, trying to round them all up, and he's kind of
Mhm.
caught in the middle. Everybody trying to hire him for something. So, Chew, your thoughts on this one thus far?
I mean, so I honestly tried to watch it in black and white, and I switched the color.
Really?
For
Okay.
me, yes. I mean, I tried, right? But once I saw the color, I was like, oh man, it's so rich. It's so there's so much there that I'm missing from watching it in black and white and the hues of gray that you can't see with, I'm not saying one's better than the other, but I'm enjoying it more in color. Just to
Okay.
establish. So first episode I saw or in black and white, then I switched by mistake, and I was like, oh no, I like this better. But I'm enjoying it, man. It's unusual. It's a little different from what we've seen from Marvel and their stories, right? I don't want to say down to earth because obviously we're still talking about enhanced and superpowered
Sure.
individuals, but in that sense, this is not a modern take on the superhero genre. And so I am enjoying it. His portrayal, it's actually pretty. I mean, there's the Nick Cage, school of theater, I guess I would call it that, and he's already clearly sticking to the script in that regard. He has a long history of many. He's in a lot of things, dude.
Some good,
You'll have,
some not so
you
good.
know what I'm saying. Nick
Of
Cage in the
course.
movies, Con Air, and
Unhinged. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, everything that he's done. I mean, Face Off, so on and so forth. You know what I'm talking about.
I love Nick Cage. Yeah, I didn't love it. I wanted to, but I really liked it. Right? This is not top tier superheroes. This isn't the Boys or even the Penguin. Peacemaker, but it's way above most of the Marvel shows on Disney Plus that we get. Right? A little bit different. Like Nick Cage is perfect for this role. Like you get all of Nick Cage, all the range that he has. It's bizarre out there, and but it works because the show is still kind of campy. So that his mannerisms work perfectly for this. It's tailor made for that. So I thought he's great. I haven't seen it in color, so I don't know if I can compare. I did like in black and white because it adds to the aesthetic of being like a detective show, right? An old
Yeah,
school
yeah,
detective
yeah.
show, which is what this show
The
is
old Dick
ultimately. Yeah,
Tracy
of course. Yeah,
type that was, in the 30s, 40s, 50s genre, right? The heyday of the, let's say, golden age of or the cinema, right? Where it's in its infancy, right? And you get that feel,
right.
right? And you get that look. But once I saw it in color, I was like, oh,
No,
it was just
yeah,
so much. It was just for me so much
I'm,
richer.
I'm sure it is. I guess I haven't seen it, so I can't really comment on that. But I'm sure it's fine. But I enjoyed Black and White because it has a aesthetic. But this is a fun show. It's a good show. Like right, have like Sandman's in there and Electro guy, but they don't present him like these over the top kind of characters. Still kind of
No, 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 no,
grounded.
not even close.
They're
Yeah.
grounded, so it keeps the show grounded, which is good. The only thing fantastic about this is Nicolas Cage. It's just because it's Nick Cage, God damn it. But it's great. It works. So I really enjoyed this show. I'm like, I think a little more halfway through. I think I'm 5 or 6 in. But it's good. I think it gets better as it goes. To be honest with you, because at first I was like, okay, it's okay, but it does get better. I thought it got better as it went on. And Gleason is great in this, as always he is.
Oh yeah, Brendan Gleeson. Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
he's always good. So
As
for sure.
Silvermane, right?
Yeah,
As
Silverman.
it's
Yeah,
been.
he's always good. He elevates everything. Him and Cage together, I think, are great. But it's really good. I really enjoy it. I definitely highly
Yeah.
recommend. Again, on Prime, dropping 8 episodes of that. Last one here, Apple Plus, Star City. This was, of course, a spin-off of For All Mankind, right? Focusing
Which,
on.
which, which. Speaking of ending, I think that's one
Well,
that made you want to end it. What were your thoughts on season 5?
I liked it. It was really good. I don't think it was one of the strongest seasons, to be honest with you. But I enjoyed it. It was a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I couldn't
Like,
connect as well with
it's
this one.
too political for you? Was it
Yeah. I
too?
think it got. I don't know. It was less spaced out, more the political stuff. I don't know. I just wasn't quite vibing with it as much. It's still good. It's still well made, and went out right. But I don't think it was. It hit the heights that this first 3 or 4 seasons hit. I thought personally.
No, no. I mean, it had up. The season had its up and downs. I mean, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Right. I think it
But
ended.
overall, I enjoyed it. Yes,
Yeah,
overall,
I think
yes.
it ended, in a great place, right? It had
Yeah.
a great ending to the season, right? Where we
Yes.
have, discovery of life on Titan,
Yeah. If we're talking
right?
about just like
Uh,
last episode, sure.
you
Yes.
know, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, that is the end, right? The last episode.
Oh,
Season overall was good,
right.
not
That's what I'm
great, but
saying.
it's
Yeah.
good,
It
still
was
very
good.
good. It
Hmm.
had a lot of high points. I mean, the Baldwin episode where they passed away, and the way they did that was
That was cool.
great,
Yeah.
man. I
It was
mean,
really good.
kind
Yeah.
of walking to light as it goes and seeing. all the people that passed away in his life, right? And kind of, with that little montage of him in the ship circling the earth, right? I mean, like I said, it was very beautifully done and
Yeah,
portrayed,
agreed.
right? So it had definitely its high points, and the end was definitely a high point for the season overall,
Yes,
and
correct.
kind of laying out the groundwork for the last season. That season 6 will be the final
The
season, right? It's
final
caught up
season, yes, and I think it's yeah.
to the alternative history is caught up to the actual our timeline, essentially,
Right,
right?
I
Where
think
we
it's
are
about
today.
time this show ends, and hopefully they can stick that landing. We'll see. We talked about sneaking landings. It's not we
Yeah,
know
well,
until
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
so.
overall, I mean, like I said,
No,
even
good
I mean, and
season,
it was kind
not a
of,
great season.
where Baldwin and then his daughter, they kind of made the sacrifice right at
Right,
the end, right? It's kind of bringing those pieces together and bringing them to a conclusion. And it was a sad story, right? It was it was it was emotional, right? That sacrifice yourself for the greater good of man in a sense, right? And how things were turning out, and the little montage as far as where things going forward. That little thing at the end with that ship, I thought that was very interesting. Kind of, I thought, as they were going saying 2020, I thought that was like them already moving to Titan. And it's like, oh no, it's the ship they abandoned on the original fight for Mars, right? From like
right.
season 4. I don't
Four.
know. I lose track of the seasons a little
I
bit of
think it
what
was
happens
four.
when.
I don't know, but
Yeah,
either way.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so kind of the ship coming back to life. It was very interesting as far as how they're gonna bring a conclusion to this. But overall, still very very
No,
good
it's still a good
TV.
season. It's still a great show. It's one we've been recommending for years.
Mhm.
It's really good. So it's obviously interest in this because and it's just taking kind of the same changing history around with the space program and focusing on the Soviet side, right?
Yeah. This
You
is
know,
going back to the original moon,
hmm the moon
the moon
landing. Yeah,
landings, right? And so that's where it picks up. But it's got some of the characters from
yeah,
the Soviet side that appear in For All Mankind. Sorry. And so kind of giving them their backstory and their evolution from where they started to how they ended up, right? But yeah, so far these first 2 episodes were pretty good for me. I'm very enjoying it as well.
yeah. It's good. I think it's in the same vein as what we used to seeing it. Is it as good as the first season? We'll see. It's too early to tell,
Mhm.
to be honest with you. But I enjoyed it. It's good. I think if you're a From All Mankind fan, this is one you should definitely be watching.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
And if you haven't seen For All Mankind, well, I don't know. I will start with For All Mankind than this. I think
No,
personally.
you have to. Yeah, you have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get
you have to.
context and
Yeah.
understand
So
this,
if,
right?
if there's something that interests you, I go back watch for that. First seasons of 4 seasons of For All Mankind, or you can watch. Probably watch season one and watch maybe season one of this. That could be interesting to watch that like together in conjunction maybe. Um, Take it after the first year. I don't know. Seeing the first season and seeing this maybe. I don't know.
Mm.
That could be interesting. But yeah, it's good. Good start for sure. Again, that's a weekly release. Fridays dropping 2 episodes again on Apple Plus. So this is lots to catch up on, lots to watch. But that said, as always,
Did you ever watch Dutton? By the way, that dropped on Paramount a couple weeks ago while you were here.
yeah, that was okay. I'm enjoying it on
Okay.
Paramount. Yeah, is that Tyler Sheridan enjoying it?
Yes, it is.
Probably.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know.
it's Tyler Sheridan characters, right? Because it's spin off from
Right,
Yellowstone.
but I'm
I'm
not
not
sure if he's
sure as far as
involved.
his how much involvement he has, whether he's writing,
I don't know.
directing, or any of it.
I'm sure he is
Um,
because he's there for another year anyway. Well, I think this is last year. I forget when he's
Yeah,
going
so
to
he
Universal.
probably is
Yeah,
it. I mean, obviously, he's
yeah.
just not going to just give up the characters and not be involved, at all, right? So I never saw, I missed the Yellowstone train when it came out. I didn't want
Yellowstone's
to go
really good.
back 5
Yeah,
seasons. I heard it was great. It was great.
it's really
Everyone
is.
enjoyed
It's
it.
really good.
I did watch all the other ones, the 1883, the
1923. Yeah,
1923, some of the prequels they have, which I really enjoyed a lot, right?
yeah.
Those short run limited series
Mhm.
kind of filling in the story, the Dutton family
Right,
story, really, is
right.
what it is. And I'm enjoying this as well, man. I mean, like I said, I love a good Western, and it has
It's
that
good. It's well
Western
made. Yeah,
feel, right?
yeah.
And I guess modern Western, okay, let's call it, right, because it's contemporary
Sure.
and kind of doing cattle ranching and whatnot. So it's a good watch. Entertaining. It's got a lot of stellar cast right on it, and that Benning is in it. We've seen obviously the main characters from Yellowstone, but there's also oh God, what's his name, man? He was in the guy from The Rock, the general from The Rock. That's how I remember him
Oh,
from.
Harris.
Yeah, Ed Harris. Yes, Ed
Yeah, yeah,
Harris.
yeah, yeah.
But there's also some other characters that have shown up in other Tyler Sheridan shows, right? That you recognize and I've seen from certain things. So, like I said, and very enjoyable watch for me.
Yeah, it's a good show. I guess out of all those, they've all been pretty good. Yellowstone for me has always been the best one. They've all been good. The universe he's created has worked pretty well, so I'll give him credit for that. That's on again Paramount. I think it's
Oh
8
yeah, because
episodes stream.
Marshalls is another show that's also kind of a semi spin-off from
Kind of,
Yellowstone.
kind of,
Yeah,
yeah.
kind of.
I
I
mean,
haven't
it
seen it
is,
because it's on
yeah,
CBS, and I just don't
yeah.
like
No,
watching.
I don't
Yeah,
underrate it,
yeah.
but I think
Dramas on normal TV just don't appeal to me at the moment.
no,
Comedy's a different story and other stuff, but dramas, I'm like, I don't know, whatever.
no,
We'll
no,
see.
agreed, 100%. But that said, so still a lot of good stuff. Actually, it was a decent week of TV for sure. Next week, starts off on the second, which will be 2 days from now. And that's Not Suitable for Work. It's a comedy on Hulu. I guess a bunch of 20 somethings, in the workplace. It's kind of a friends, but not in a coffee shop, but in a job, I guess.
Everything's
Flip,
compared to Friends, dude,
you
and
know,
Seinfeld.
it is what it is, man. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Uh,
I look back at Friends, and it was a product of its time,
sure.
right? But it's like New York City. I was like, where are the fucking minorities around here?
I guess they're not friends.
I'm just
Uh,
saying, even in the '90s, like, where is everybody, man?
Friend, you're a friend if you're of the Caucasian persuasion, perhaps. I
Yeah,
don't know.
apparently so, dude.
Look, different times, though. It was the '90s. It is what it is. It's not like Seinfeld had a plethora of.
No.
Well,
At least with there, at least
it
with the
had
minor characters, there's the episode at the
well,
Chinese restaurant,
of
right?
course, but
There's
it's very kind of like
the
stereotypical
Pakistani, the other restaurant, right? We
Pakistani.
try to help him out, and he gets deported. I
So
mean,
forget
so
the
they're there.
listen.
They're
They
just
had the
not.
lawyer. What's his name? I forgot the lawyer's name. The egregious. It was egregious.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot his name. But let's call a spade. And it's either
It's true that, true
different
that.
times are different times. So it's forgiven because of that, and it's still a great show. God damn it. On the third, speaking of great shows, Vox Machina, The Legend of Vox Machina, the
Mhm.
third season, fourth season, I forget. On Prime,
I
an
think it's
animated
season
show.
three. This
I
is
think
season
season
three.
three is a great, funny show. It really is. Good action. It's definitely a very adult, and that's a good thing. So I've enjoyed the show a lot. So looking forward to that. On the third, on the fourth, we got I think a 3-part series, 3 or 4 part, The Witness. I guess it's based on true events, but a boy was
This is a
yeah.
story around. Yeah, I think that the disappearance of a kid, right? Is what it is. I can't remember that.
Well, I think that the boys, I think he's being protected by. I guess he's a witness to, I guess, a murder, and he's being protected by
Yes,
one of the other
yes.
parents or whatever the case is. So, we'll see what that thing is. BBC like kind of production show. On Apple's Friday is getting kind of. Whew. That's Cape Fear. Of course, we've seen a couple of movies. The most recent one, I guess, that I can recall was obviously the Robert De Niro version. Of course, Scorsese directed.
Mhm.
This one here, Patrick Wilson, Amy Adams, Harvey Bardem. So good cast. So looking forward to that for sure. On the fifth, we get Mexico '86. This is the one
With
we
Diego Luna.
talked about
Yep.
before, Diego Luna, focusing, of course, with the World Cup preparations in Mexico. And then on next week, on actually Sunday, it's Vampire Lestat comes back. Well, not comes back. It's first season, but it's obviously coming off the heels of Interview with Vampire, which is a really, really good show. 2 seasons of AMC Plus, a lot better than we thought it was going to be. Had any business being, to be honest with you. Big surprise. So that's coming back. It was based off Anne Rice material.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of stuff in there. So that's a lot of things for you to watch. And stay tuned next week. We'll talk about those shows and see if those are worthy of your time and not, particularly right around the corner of the World Cup. That said,
Literally, yeah.
yeah, actually a couple weeks away. So I'll be new to the channel. It's always something to watch. That's what we're here for. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, the like button, and of course, we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace.